Hello and welcome back to the podcast. I'm Michael.
I'm Noah.
And we are the Knights of Entertainment, a podcast covering your favorite and unknown movies, games, comic books, anime, and more weekly. We appreciate you being here and hope you enjoy the show. This is what we are covering tonight.
We're covering Chapter 2 of One Piece.
But before we do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You can enjoy the show on YouTube, Spotify, Rumble, Odyssey, and more. We also have membership tiers on those platforms if you'd like to support the channel, or you can check out buymeacoffee.com/KOE podcast.
All right, so Chapter 2 is called, they call him Straw Hat Luffy. I don't know who's they because they haven't really gone too far in the chapter or in the series. So it pretty much picks up where the first one left off. Luffy's on his dinghy out in the middle of the ocean, and he's like, man, I guess my adventures, as quickly as it started, it's about to end because he's about to get sucked into a whirlpool. He's like, well, I can't swim, and even if I could, I'd probably drown anyway from the whirlpool. So that's it for my adventure. And then it just cuts off from there and then moves over to the next section of the story. So you don't find out what happens to him. So it jumps to this uncharted island, and there's a boat anchored right next to the island, and it's got a masthead of a duck, and the flag is like a side profile. Not like face to face, but like to side, and there's a heart in the middle of the flag and like the crossbones.
Mm-hmm.
And you find out that it's a base of operations for this pirate named Iron Mace Alvida, and she's just that typical trope of just like that tyrannical captain of the pirate crew or a gang or whatever. She's just that mean.
What you'd expect of a stereotypical pirate.
Yeah, basically just mean. She expects her whole ship clean. If they don't clean it, she beats the hell out of them with her iron mace. And she has this whipping boy named Kobe, who she asks. She's basically like she does that like the mirror thing where like who's the fairest of them all.
Yeah.
And she asks Kobe, and Kobe's like, you are Alvida, and she lets Kobe know that the only reason she has him around is because he knows in-depth knowledge of the sea. Apparently, I guess he knows how to chart and whatnot. So that's the only reason she keeps him around. She kicks him in the face and leaves. Which it was like, I don't know, insult to injury, just kicks him clean in the face and walks off. So a little bit later, Kobe finds a barrel that washed ashore, and he thinks they're rum in it because it's heavy and it sounds like there's something inside. So he rolls it over to one of the cabins, and there's 3 pirates there, and no one else is around. So they're like, oh, let's get it inside and we'll drink it. Kobe's like, you sure we should do that? Because if Alvida finds out, she's going to be real mad. And they threaten him that as long as she doesn't know, right? Because there's no one there. It's just the 3 of them and Kobe. You know, you're not going to tell her, right, Kobe? And he's like, no, of course not. And so they're about to open the barrel, and out from fucking, oh, damn it, I shouldn't have said the F word. Try to be more friendly. Out pops Luffy from the barrel. He's like, awesome. Like he just came out from a nap. So basically you find out that Luffy survived the whirlpool in a barrel.
So that's a little bit different than what they did with the live action, where they were out at sea at the time.
Oh yeah. Actually, the live action followed the anime a little bit because in the anime, it all happened out on the ship.
Right.
Alvida and her pirates had just taken another ship captured, and they were taking all their supplies, all the people hostage. Because it kind of played more into the pirate thing of, ship capturing.
So it did follow at least the anime then?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Alvida hears someone, because she heard like, that was such a great nap I had, because Luffy would yell that out like at the top of his lungs. So she throws her mace into the building, and it decimates the whole building. And it knocks out all 3 of the guys, the pirates, and Kobe and Luffy just disappear. And she's mad because like, who's taking a nap? Like, well, you should be taking a nap right now because she's that tyrannical. And they're like, it wasn't us. It was an intruder that Kobe wheeled in. So now she's mad at Kobe, and she's looking for this intruder. So it cuts to Luffy and Kobe. They're talking. And Luffy finds out that Kobe, basically, the reason Kobe got captured at all and became a cabin boy is what they call him in Alvida's crew is because he got on the wrong ship because he wanted to go fishing. I don't know how you get him on a pirate ship. And so he's been there for like in 2 years or something. And Luffy's like, that sucks. Anyway, for me. And Luffy tells him that he wants to be the king of the pirates. That's his dream. Because Kobe asked him, you ever had a dream, something you want to do with your life? And he's like, yeah, king of the pirates. Kobe thinks that's crazy because it's the golden age of piracy right now, and everyone's looking for Roger's treasure. This is the first time they call it the One Piece.
Right.
Like Roger's treasure, the lost One Piece, and he's like, "Yep, I'm gonna find it." And like he also says, you need the wealth, fame, and power, are the three things, and everyone has to bow to you. All this to be the king of the pirates, and it would be impossible because there's like hundreds of pirates vying for the treasure. And Luffy's like, "That's fine."
That's fine.
Basically, yeah, he's like, as long as I follow my dream, even if I die trying to achieve my dream, I'm happy because I was trying to achieve it. Like it would suck if he died doing something else, right?
Right.
So him saying that to Kobe finally like hits a switch in Kobe. Kobe's like, like living in fear and not in fear of death, but not doing what you want to do in life is more fearful than going out and getting what you want and failing or whatever.
Right.
So Kobe's like, basically he said like all he wants to do is be a Marine. Like he wants to be in the Navy and he wants to be, capture the bad guys like Alvida. And that's all he wants to do in life. And of course, Alvida pops in right as he says that. And she's about to attack Luffy, and she's yelling at Kobe, and she tells Kobe, like, "All right, Kobe, who's the fairest woman in all the land?" And for some reason, Luffy calls her an old biddy. Like, those are the letters. I'm like, a biddy? What's a biddy?
Did you ever look it up?
No, what's a biddy? Is it an old woman?
It is.
So coming out of Luffy's mouth, biddy, I was like, that's weird. There's a lot of weird phrases.
It's a very insulting word.
Yeah. It seemed like she was mad. So Alvida asks Kobe, who's the fairest of them all? And Kobe finally says, "I've had enough. You're an ugly old hag. I can't stand you anymore. And I'd rather die in living my truth and live in this lie or whatever."
Right.
And so she's about to cave his skull in with the Iron Mace. But Luffy jumps in, takes the hit for him. He's made of rubber, so no damage whatsoever. He hits her with the with the One Piece, like he's all hanging, like he's ready to eat for everybody. So he socks her clean in the mouth and knocks her out. And I forgot that Luffy was looking for a dinghy. So Kobe had made his little ship. Like he's been making it for 2 years. This really rickety ship, and Luffy's like, "This coffin?" Because he's looking for a ship, so I need a ship. You can have my ship. And Luffy's like, "No, this is the coffin." And Elvira destroys his ship, his little like escape. He was trying to escape all this time for 2 years.
Yeah.
So Luffy knocks him out, and he's like, before that, I should have probably wrote this down. They were worried that the intruder was the notorious pirate hunter, and they name Roronoa Zolo, because it's in the manga it's Zolo instead of Zoro.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently in Japanese it's interchangeable, so Zoro and Zolo are the same thing.
Because the L's and R's are changeable.
Yeah. So they thought it was Roronoa Zolo, the legendary pirate hunter in the seas, and they realized it's not him because I guess they know what he looks like or something.
Yeah.
And so after Kobe and Luffy leave on the new dinghy, he's like, "I guess I need to make myself a pirate crew to follow the One Piece." And Kobe's like, "You got to be careful because you got to travel the Grand Line." And they call the Grand Line the Pirates' Graveyard. And Luffy's like, "That's fine. That's where the One Piece is, on the Grand Line." So Luffy's like, "That's okay. I'll just get a really powerful crew. I guess I'll start with this guy. What's his name? Roronoa Zolo? Let's start with him. He sounds cool." And that's the end of chapter 2, basically. So you get the name of the treasure, One Piece. You get what it takes to be the king of the pirates, power, wealth, and fame.
Mm-hmm.
All of it at the highest level. You get the first indication of a crew member, Roronoa Zolo, or Zoro as I'm going to call him. You get the name of the location, the Grand Line, the Pirates' Graveyard. So you get quite a bit of interesting tidbits for a future that's a huge elements of the story in the future. So just keep following me and I'll keep reading every chapter. Even if I read it 20 minutes before I start the podcast.
And now when we start getting farther in, we might be doing multiples per podcast.
I'll probably be condensing them quicker or slower or altogether as the elements, like especially if it's like a battle that's happening continuously. I'll just condense the whole thing into.
You can cover a couple of chapters at once.
And if it's like the same scene or something over and over again.
Because if we did this once, but one chapter per week, It's gonna
We
be
can do one chapter per day if you guys pay us.
put it on Patreon.
Yeah, I'll do them all. And don't worry, I'll organize them a little bit better because I should have probably talked about Zolo before I talked about the end of the story
Well,
and the ship of him and Kobe needing a ship to get out of here.
you mean his coffin?
It looked rickety. I would not have put that thing on sea.
It probably came out as a meaning of like a double meaning. Because it's a coffin because it's made out of cheap wood and stuff like that, but it's also a coffin because it's going to be your death trap.
Yeah, it looked like a coffin. He made it like he didn't have a base to it either. Like it was just like wood, like nailed together. So there's probably holes all over the bottom, you know, like where the wood doesn't connect to the other wood. You know what I mean? It looked horrendous. I've never at least had he could have made one of those log ones.
Yeah.
Where, it's four or five logs next to each other,
Like a raft.
like a raft.
Yeah.
And then done the ship around the raft to make it like the outer walls.
Yeah.
He just made it. He just started hammering wood together until it looked like a ship. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
It's bad whenever Luffy's original dinghy was built better.
It's bad when Luffy's the brains.
Yeah.
He would have been like, "Oh, thank you," and he would have tossed that thing into the ocean and gone off. Him saying that looks terrible.
And this is the most freedom-loving person too.
This is the most
Aloof, I guess would be a good.
the most aloof, aloof, the most aloof being in all of One Piece.
Yeah.
Hey, they can't stop our plan if we never have one. That's his motto. So that's it. Chapter 2 done and done.
Cool. Anything else to add before we head out then?
No, hope you guys are ready for more One Piece.
Cool. We will see you again on the next one.
Yep.